Good morning again, and I am the Angry Cook, and Chicago dog. Yeah, today we're doing a Chicago dog as part of our regional hot dog series, which we should have a few more to go yet. Don't know what's next because I haven't looked. Anyway, Chicagoland is what they call themselves. Little hesitancy about this particular dog. There's so much shit on it. I mean, just hunk of shit. You'll see. I posted pictures already. And there's a particular order you put this in an official Chicago dog. So I try to be authentic as possible. As I say in the episode, I didn't do the sport peppers because you can't find them because they're not local, and you got to pay $13, $15, $20 a jar to get them. And I'm not paying that because I don't have the wherewithal to do that. So there are acceptable outside substitutes. I use pepperoncini because I happen to like them. I want to try one someday with the sport peppers, and I'm sure I will somewhere. So, rant notwithstanding, this dog was particularly excellent, a ton of taste. My wife doesn't like the pepperoncini peppers, but when you put them on, some of the pickling juice gets on top of the dog, which flavors it a little bit. I'm telling you, it was awesome. You got to try this one, really. Try this one. So, on with the show. Chicagoland. I thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, here we are. Today's special, as I said in the intro, is Chicago dogs. A little more complex than Coney Island dog. We've got two dogs being boiled. About 5 minutes to warm. You can also steam them for about the same amount of time. We have two rolls, which we're going to dip in melted butter, in poppy seed, bake for about 10 minutes so the poppy seed stays on. We've got a tomato, which we're going to half moon. You'll see. We've got celery salt, which goes on top. Neon green relish, which is a necessity. Yellow mustard, not Goulding's, not any other fancy type. Yellow mustard. Pickle spears. Now, the big deal, this should have sport peppers, which are long, thin peppers about that big, which you can't get outside of Chicago unless you mail order for like $15 a jar, which I'm not going to do. Pepperoncini will work. Pickled jalapenos will work. Whatever you want. Most people leave them off, well, visitors leave them off, Chicago people don't. It's like a sin to take all that stuff off. What they refer to as dragging it through the garden. That's how they eat it, and that's the garden. So, let's get started. Let's do our, get our butter melted. Get our tomato prepped. Got the little stem end. This end. Alrighty then. Let's finish this bad boy. And we'll go back to the buns. Half moon. just regular size. These aren't fresh. Didn't make it to the farmer's market this week, which I wish we would have, because it's about time for tomatoes to come in. But we'll get there next week. Get our poppy seeds ready. Paint this little darling. How do you do this so you don't get butter all over you? I'm just asking for a friend. Got lots of them. Got poppy seeds out the bazooka here. Poppy seeded, standing up on a seam. I need more of that. Make bagels. Poppy seeds. Think about that. So just this moment. Alrighty. Poppy seeded. In a 350 oven for about 10 minutes. Alright. We're going to put that butter back in the jar. Because, again, why would you waste good butter? I ask you, why? And our dough, these are coming along. Put them on there. Make sure everything's opened up. You know, I was thinking if you're doing, it's kind of like the 4th of July because it's right around the corner, but you're doing a barbecue with friends over, it would be kind of cool to have all these different dogs ready, or the ingredients anyway. You could grill your dogs and your rolls and everything else. You could find your rolls with poppy seeds on at your local, I was going to say butcher, and that's not freaking right. At the local bakery, then that's even better. Alright, so we're going to pause for a couple of minutes while everything else gets ready. We'll be right back. Yes, I did forget an ingredient. We're going to finally chop some onion. I mean, after all, what's a hot dog without an onion? Don't say ew. I heard you. I did. Only going to need half of one. We'll still have about 5 minutes to go. So we're okie dokie for time. Do about a quarter of an onion for 2 dogs. I think that's enough. And our dogs are ready whenever we are. Finally chop that bad boy up. Take your time. You're not in a rush. Unless you have Sophia crawling around yelling at you because you don't feed her fast enough. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, perfecto. The rest away for later. And other things. Okay. The order is the hot dog in the bun, mustard, onion, relish, pickle spear, tomato slices on one side, pickle spear on the other, sport potatoes, and a sprinkling of celery salt on top of that. That's the order. Don't mess it up. Wow. Trying to do this stuff as originally, as authentic as possible, which is some things you just can't get or aren't reasonable to get. Sport peppers being one of them. Unfortunately, I do want to try them. They're supposed to be a little bit on the spicy side. I'm just not, I don't have people working for me. I'm not making money off this. I don't have a kitchen in the back who does all this in advance and cooks all this stuff, so it's all ready for me. That's just me. So spending $15 on or $13 again, I think it was, on a jar of those sport peppers just isn't in the mix. So we do the best we can with what we have. So what I said, we're always cooking what we have. Sometimes you buy stuff because you really want to try it. Most of the time you get along with a substitute. That's what we're doing. Yeah, we're counting down to a minute. I think that's about good, personally. Hot. Try not to screw up the poppy seeds here too much. It's not too bad, actually. Great for me. Plumped up doggy. Plumped up doggy. Alright. The order is upside down, I think. Oh, there we go. Dog. And I'm not, Jay thinks I'm talking to her. She's looking at me every time I say that. Mustard. Shake your mustard first. It separates. Onion. Oh, shut up, I already got it. I happen to like a lot of onion on mine. It's one of my favorite vegetables. And one fell on the floor, and you know about dogs and onions and garlic and stuff. Don't let it happen. Relish. Shake that. Do a squirt of neon, they call this neon green relish. Because that's what it looks like, neon green. And tomato slices. So we're going to just pick out these bad boys on the left side. At least that's the way I've seen it done. Tomato on the left. And pickle spear on the right. I don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about going through a goddamn garden. I'm going to cut that in half. It's just huge. That's peppers. My wife is going to pick all these off, and I'm going to eat them, because I love these things. Don't eat the stems, by the way. Did I really have to tell you that? A little bit of celery powder over top, or celery salt, sorry. ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago dog. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time, hopefully with another episode of Regional Hot Dogs on The Angry Cook.